Good afternoon. This is a concept video made by me and my team focusing on concept of impulse and torque for Physics 3A. When we were working with collisions between objects before, we only cared about the before and after and how the momentum is conserved in different situations. For the topic of impulse, what we are looking at is the process in between, or what happens when something collides with another. On the slide, you can see a very extreme example where one object, the car, crashes into the wall. The wall is met with an impact force the moment the car meets the wall, and everything onwards becomes the impulse, translating the momentum into impulse with the equation shown. Carrying over the equation from the previous slide, we can see that impulse is equals to Ft, force times the change over time, or how much time has gone through. This is also equivalent to mv, which is mass of the object times the change in velocity. The change in velocity is the difference between the object's original velocity before crashing and the velocity for after the collision happens. Using the car Using the car crash as an example, the velocity becomes zero as the car crashes into the wall, so the change in velocity would been the same as the velocity of the car just before contact. Now let's consider a case where the impact is not crashing but rather a ball is bouncing away from the ground. Recall that we have impulse equals mv, but that was because we had the change in velocity. Since the ball is bouncing back up with another velocity, we have to get its difference. Velocity is a vector with both direction and magnitude, which is why we have I and j components. It looks scary at first, but after minusing v2 from v1, we are left with the initial velocity minus the final velocity using minus the final velocity multiplied by the cosine of theta. Since it bounced at an angle, after plugging the numbers into the letters, the result would be the impulse given to the ball, which should come out to be negative, with the unit being kilograms times meters per second. Thank you guys for listening. Good luck on finals.